Welcome to Soulful Spaces, Junk Journaling Techniques. Join me on this journey of creativity and faith as we are going to explore the art of junk journaling. So we are going to be transforming ordinary materials into extraordinary works of art, all the while deepening our connection with God. In this episode of Soulful Spaces, which is all about building and adding faith to a junk journal, I am going to focus on making envelopes where you don't need an envelope board. So if you are interested, stay tuned. Taking book papers and using them in junk journals is kind of a main technique that everybody who junk journals does. Now, what Diane does differently is I get book pages, but where am I getting my book pages from? I'm getting them from a book that's actually a book about something about our faith. Like this book, all about prayer. When I take pages out of this book, God's word is already in here, and I'm confident and comfortable that whatever words anybody sees is God's word and it's okay. And so I'm adding God's word in a very simple, easy way through book pages. Here's another one, a Bible dictionary. Get one of these, pick one of these up at your local thrift shop. You can probably get them for 50 cents and they're really good. And if you get one with yellow pages, you're going to be even better than me. So these are the two books that I'm going to start using more of and you'll see in my videos. But as I said, the whole point is let's take faith-based book pages and make fun things. Now, as I said, you don't have to have a scoreboard, an envelope board to make these types of envelopes. Let me give you an example of some that I've already done. So this one is from my Knowing God book. And basically, I'm going to show you how you fold it, but I've decorated and I've even added more faith. So this ticket is from my new tickets ephemera kit. Here's another one where I basically added some old stamps and just some decorations on it. I didn't really add any more faith. I just made it pretty. Now this one is really fun, and here's a great idea. If you have a hymnal, cut up the words, the title of the song, and then you can collage that on there, and that's what I did with that one. This is a piece from my ephemera kits with some birds and just added some rickrack. Now, if you'll notice, these pages I have actually coffee dyed, okay? I haven't done that with the two new books that I've just shown you. I've just pulled the pages out for now. Here's another one where I did the exact same thing, where I went and took the title from a piece of music paper from a hymnal and added that into my card. And then here's another piece from my ephemera kit. Now, if you notice, I have sewn on these, okay? So all of these are actually sewn together. You don't even glue them. That's how simple they're going to be. If you don't have a sewing machine, you can glue them. And then as I've showed you before, there are actually stamp sets, if you don't own a sewing machine, that you can get that mimic threads, okay? So like here's two different ones that I have. So they look like threads. So you could stamp that on the side and people would think, right, that you have sewn it. But I would encourage you to get a sewing machine. Get a cheap one. You can get one at Walmart for under $75. You will use it over and over and over again, okay? And what I'm going to do today is piggyback off of Natasha and show you how to make them. Now, the cool part about using our book pages is you fold these. And look, this is from the same book page, right? The same exact size. Look at the two different types. Now, yes, I made a point if you want to make a pointy envelope, right? Or you can just make that. You can make it high, right? You can make it shorter. It's all about how you fold it, okay? Let me show you how to do this. So you're going to take, hold on one second. Let me get my papers out. You're going to take your book page, and of course, did I trim it? No, so let's trim these. Now, you can see that what I've done on this one is I did some stenciling. I'm going to show you how to do that also in this video. stenciling is fun. What you would need is a stencil, obviously, and then you need some kind of ink. I use Distress inks, and then I'll show. Okay, hold on. I guess I should have done this before I started the video. Okay, so now we've got them trimmed, right? Now this paper actually has a pretty good weight to it. It's not super thin, and it actually has more of a tooth when you do some stenciling on the top. So see, it just adds this little bit of interest, which makes it really, really pretty. Let me show you how to do that before we do the folds, okay? So let's use this, this stencil, which has, let's see, can you actually, here, if I put it down here, you can see it. Yeah, you can see it. It's like feathers and music paper. It's from Temu. So, of course, it's from Temu, Diane. And I am going to use, you can do this two ways. One, you can take your ink pad and you can, if you saw it in my other video, you can just go like this and you're going to put the ink through the stencil and it's going to make a design. But if you have some of the spray inks, these are just distressed spray stains. They're not oxides, they're just the stains. I love this way to do things. So you're just going to spray it on there, right? And then what you always want to do is you never want to waste ink. So what I typically do is put another piece down and I'm going to flip this over and you're going to get the negative, the opposite way, right? This one fills in the stencil. This just shows you your outline. So there, you've got, see how we've got two pages, gives a totally different effect. That's cool, right? Okay, I'll set this aside. Hold on one second. Set that one aside, and we have to dry these, but that's how you can do that. You can also go back in and take another stencil, and hold on, I have some sitting here, yeah, and if you want to add some more of a design, which is what I did on this page, and I added, so that color that I just sprayed was speckled egg, and here is fossilized amber. I love fossilized amber. So we're just going to add a little bit, and we'll put it back over here like I just showed you. And now you'll get, look how, oh, that looks really pretty. Aren't they gorgeous? So I do have a heat gun here, but I'm not going to make you sit through me drying it because you can see the end result. So I'll set these aside, and they will dry. And now, let me show you how to make this envelope. It's so easy and fun. Okay, if you want to read the words in the correct order, what we're going to do is we're going to turn this upside down and then we're going to fold it over this way. But I got to do it this way because I want that on that. So we're going to, oh, I'm doing this totally wrong. Hold on. I have to get this in my head. I want this to come over. Well, now see that I have a design on it there. What I just did, I messed it up. You're not going to really see that at all unless we go like this. Okay, well, for this one, I messed up. Not I messed up, it's just a different way to do it. All you're going to do is fold it up. You're going to fold it over, and it's all upside down because I put my ink colors on that side. So when you're doing these, like I just did them, I need to make sure that I'm doing them on the right size. There's your envelope. That's it. See how simple that is? And let's see, where is my bone folder? Well, okay, I don't have something, so we'll just do this. Okay, that's it. That's how you make an envelope. So it just depends on how high up you go and how far down you fold. There is your envelope, and then you take it over to the sewing machine and you sew this side and this side. And then I just sew around that as a decorative edge. Okay, now to make the pointed one, right? So here's some others that I've done, and actually the stenciling's on the right side, okay? So see, as I just showed you how you can fold them so differently. You can also take your corner rounder and round those corners before you sew it, definitely, because you can't corner round it once the stitching's on, because you'll mess up the stitching. So you can corner round it. That gives another look, totally different look, right? And then how do you do this? Let me show you really quick. You're going to, yeah, let's go this way. Why am I having such a hard time today? Okay, here we go. That's why. I was folding it up from the wrong direction. Okay, so let's do a kind of a short one. You're going to fold it up. We are going to fold it over, right? And so we're going to get where we want it to be. And then what we're going to do is we are going to fold these two parts in. Now, let's open this back up. I probably didn't do that fold enough. So you can have a wider opening there, or if you want the point, you want to make your point before you fold the top. So I didn't do that right. Okay, so this is going to have to, this will have to change. So actually, here's what you do. I just did it wrong. Let's start this all over again. I am. So we're going to do this. We're not going to fold this part. What we're going to do is we're going to take the two top parts. That's the correct way to get the point. And you want the point to be in the middle of your paper, right? So you kind of have to just play around a little bit until you get it like that. Now it's right. Okay, now we're going to fold this over, right? And so see how wide the paper is? It's really hard to do it when you have the width of this paper. What I did on this one was I actually made it a little bit smaller. See, that's going to go over the edge, and you really, let's see, can we fold it? We could, that's not really going to work. So I'm showing you how I did it wrong. This one I did right. I don't know how I did it right, but I must have done it a different way. Okay, but you can do the fold. So what I thought we would do with this pocket that I'm working on is the last video I showed you how from Natasha, again, we made this multi-fold pocket. And so we put it in with washi tape, right? So let's do something on the back. So let's go to our Soulful Spaces Faith Art Journal. And we made this piece from Natasha's video in the video preceding this one, where we made the multiple pockets, and I put it in with washi tape. So now we've got all this blank space. So what I thought we would do is take the envelope that we just made, as I showed you how to make this. Now I've already sewn this, so I've done this off camera. And we're going to put that in there, and then let's decorate this. So what I was thinking of decorating is I've got a couple pieces of this paper left, and I went and got, this was the title on the page in that prayer book. See these titles right here, The Possibilities of Prayer? And I cut it, and it said prayer that gets results. So I thought that would be a great faith addition to this. And so I've backed it on, like I said, the paper that coordinates with that. And then I went and picked some of my little stickers and stamps from my newest tickets kit. It comes in multiple color waves. Let me show you. This is an example of, you get 421 stickers in that kit, and so they're by color wave. So a couple of the pages I've done in 3 different colors, so you can just do that. And then there's 2 pages of just vintage ephemera type tickets with numbers and stuff like that, okay? So I was thinking we could put these on, which I think would look really good. And so we're filling up, we're using the back of the page as we made it. So we're going to put that kind of there. Let me get this glued up. We'll add this ticket. There we go. We'll put those together like that. And then let's put this on right there. There we go. And I could put it on this side. Could I put it? No, it's going to stick out. I think I want it on this background because it's kind of, it's plain. It's a perfect background, right, for the envelope. So now let's figure out what we're going to put in our envelope. I have shown this in my other videos, but you might be new to my channel. At Dollar Tree, they have some phenomenal little faith-filled blank journals. And at $1.25, I buy them because they're wonderful to pull the pages out, and I coffee dye them. And so what does one look like? They did this series in the spring of last year. There was like 7 or 8 different topics: blessings, peace, love, faith. And so it is a journal for somebody to sit and write in, right? It's got pretty flowers and stuff. Well, I take all the pages out and I spend an hour one day and I coffee dye everything, and it really gives a nice tooth to the pages. So if you ever see any of these little faith books at Dollar Tree, absolutely grab those to become a faith artist and add faith to your journal. This is another little thing. This is not about faith. See, these things called notes organizers. So this one is usually over in the school section, and I just love the pages in here. The paper is very, very thin, so you probably need to coffee dye this one too. But it's got cute little notes, summary, date, subject. It's just like so much fun. It's fun because if you want to add a space for somebody to journal, okay? And that's what I did in what we're going to do with this. So I took one of the pages that I've already coffee dyed, and I had to trim it to get to fit in here, but that's okay. And so we're going to tri-fold it. We are going to stick it into our envelope. And so here is another way we're adding faith, because it has a Bible verse. Look, it's got Romans 12:3. For by the grace given me, I say to every one of you, do not think of yourself more highly than you ought, but rather think of yourself with sober judgment in accordance with the faith that God had distributed to each of us. Okay, so I'm going to stick that in there, and then that's what's going to be in my little envelope. So let's go ahead and we're going to glue that in. So this whole series that I've called Soulful Spaces is about making a junk journal that's going to be all about your faith. Now, this particular one for me, you're not going to see me writing in it. This is one that I've created, and there's a whole videos, all these videos in the series, where try at least once a week, sometimes more. I show you how we can make ephemera that will fit into the kit. So you're learning how to make ephemera for junk journaling, and then you're building a journal. Now, you may make yours as like your book of ideas, and that's perfectly fine to do also. Or you may be making it as a gift for yourself or for somebody else. Not a gift for yourself, gift for somebody else in your family that you love. What a way that is just perfect to do that. So the previous video and this one, we're following and being inspired by Natasha from Treasure Books. We are taking book pages, which she did 25 projects. You're going to see some of her projects in my book too. But our twist, again, is we have used faith-based books as our book pages. So we're adding faith just by doing that part. And then we're making it into fun ephemera. So I love both of those pages. I think they came out really great. They coordinate. We got to use that stuff. So here's 2 new ideas for ephemera for your faith journal. As always, please like my video. It just gives me so much encouragement to get those likes. And please share this video, because when you share this video, you're actually being an evangelist and you're sharing the good news of Christ. And as always, please make sure that you have subscribed to my channel and click the notification button so that you get notified every time I make some more faith art. And I'll end this video by saying, may the God of hope fill you with hope.